Luna woke up to the warm, golden sunlight streaming through the window of her campsite. The air was still cool, a perfect start to her day. She was in the middle of Saguaro National Park, surrounded by the breathtaking beauty of the Sonoran Desert. Beside her, Gus, her curious Gila Monster friend, stretched and yawned, his black and orange scales shimmering in the sunlight. "Today feels like an adventure day," Gus said, flicking his forked tongue as he looked around at the towering cacti. "I want to learn more about our home, Luna." Luna grinned. "I'm ready for an adventure too, Gus. Let's go explore." They set off along a sandy path, Luna's boots crunching softly in the desert dust. As they walked, Luna marveled at the incredible landscape. Ahead of them, a giant saguaro cactus stood tall against the bright blue sky. Its long arms stretched up like a sentinel guarding the desert. "Wow, Gus, look at that saguaro! How do these giants grow so tall?" Luna asked, pointing toward the cactus. Gus waddled closer, squinting up at the cactus. "It takes a saguaro about 75 years just to grow one arm," Gus said, his voice filled with awe. "Some of them can live for over 200 years, Luna gasped in surprise. 200 years? That's amazing! What else can you tell me about the desert?" Just then, a small owl poked its head out of a hole in the saguaro's trunk. "Saguaro National Park protects these magnificent cacti and all the creatures that live here," the owl hooted. "You and Gus are part of this special place too." Luna smiled at the owl. "This place is so special. But why is the ground so rocky and uneven, Gus?" Gus trotted over to a pile of rough stones and flicked his tongue. "The land here was shaped by ancient volcanoes," Gus explained. "Millions of years ago, lava cooled and formed these rocks. Wind and rain over time carved out the canyons and hills you see now." Luna knelt down to touch the rough surface of the rocks. "Volcanoes! That's incredible! It's amazing how the desert has changed over time." They continued their journey and came across a dry riverbed. "Does it ever rain here?" Luna asked, looking at the cracked earth beneath her feet. A jackrabbit with tall ears and a twitching nose hopped over to them. "Oh yes," the jackrabbit said. "When the monsoon rains come in the summer, the desert bursts to life. Flowers bloom, and streams flow through the dry riverbeds." Luna imagined the rain pouring down, transforming the desert into a lush oasis. "That sounds beautiful," she said. "But where do the animals find water when it's dry?" The jackrabbit pointed to a small puddle in a rocky hollow. "Some animals drink from hidden water holes," the rabbit explained. "Others, like me, get moisture from the plants we eat." Luna nodded thoughtfully. "That's clever. And what about you, Gus? Where do you find food?" Gus smiled proudly. "I like to eat eggs and insects. I don't need to eat every day. I can go months without a meal because I store fat in my tail." Luna giggled. "That sounds pretty handy, Gus. You're like a walking snack storage system." As they continued, a coyote trotted past and paused to greet them. "You're lucky, Gus," the coyote said. "You're one of the few venomous lizards in the world, but you only use your venom to protect yourself. It's not about being dangerous. It's about survival." Gus puffed up his chest. "That's right! And it's important to stay safe in the desert, because every creature here plays a unique role." Luna watched as a red-tailed hawk soared high above, its sharp eyes scanning the land below. "Wow, that bird must have an amazing view of the park," Luna said. "How big is Saguaro National Park, Gus?" Gus squinted up at the hawk. "This park is huge," Gus said. "It covers over 90,000 acres. It's split into 2 sections, with Tucson right in the middle." Luna's eyes widened. "That's enormous. No wonder there's so much to see." They continued down the path and came across a desert tortoise digging in the dirt. "What are you doing?" Gus asked curiously. "I'm making a burrow," the tortoise said. It keeps me cool when the desert sun gets too hot. Some animals even share burrows to escape the heat. Luna smiled. That's a great idea. It can get really hot here during the day. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, Gus and Luna noticed the long shadows stretching across the desert floor. The saguaros cast huge, spiny shapes on the ground. Why do the saguaros look so different at sunset? Luna asked. A pack rat scurried by and called out, "It's because the light makes the spines on the cactus glow." The spines help protect the cactus from animals that might want to munch on it. Luna nodded. That's smart! And I heard the spines also help keep the cactus cool by blocking some sunlight. The pack rat wiggled its whiskers. Exactly! And did you know that the saguaro cactus has shallow roots that spread wide to collect as much rain as possible? Gus's eyes grew wide with excitement. What a great way to survive in the desert! Every plant and animal here has its own special trick for living in this dry place. As the stars began twinkling above them, Gus and Luna found a quiet spot under a tree and sat down. Just then, a group of bats fluttered overhead. One of the bats called out, "We help the saguaros too! When we drink nectar from their flowers, we spread pollen and help more cacti grow." Luna smiled at the bats as they swooped and darted in the cool night air. That's amazing! Everything in the desert is connected, from the smallest bats to the tallest cacti. Gus curled up next to Luna, both of them content after a day of exploring. I'm so lucky to live here, Gus said, closing his eyes. This place is full of wonders, and I get to learn about them every day. Luna leaned back and stared up at the starry sky, feeling grateful for the amazing adventure she had shared with her friend. I'm lucky too, Gus. There's so much to discover in this desert, and I'm excited to keep exploring it with you. With dreams of towering saguaros, soaring hawks, and blooming desert flowers, Luna drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing that tomorrow would bring even more discoveries in Saguaro National Park.